Ice Age Boys. Okay, hey guys, welcome to the second episode of Ice Age Boys. My name is Brett. I am joined here today by this guy.
Will.
And that guy.
My name is Taylor.
And our special guest for this evening.
Hi.
Hello.
Check.
Should I talk this loud or should I talk this loud?
All right, we're all registering. There we go.
Volume, I think.
All right, we're all good. Okay, so this is the second episode of the only Ice Age themed podcast in existence, but don't take our word for it because we didn't check.
That's true. But
what's your name?
I'm Cory.
And what do you do for a living, Cory?
Yeah, I guess I sell noodles.
Is that a lucrative business?
Relatively.
people like noodles, man. They eat a lot of noodles.
Man, high demand.
What's your favorite noodle?
Pagliacci, dude.
Probably Alfredo.
You got a favorite noodle?
Tritole. Those little spring.
Angel hair.
I'm a big fan of orchetta.
Orchetta.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a veiny shell. Okay, so let's get into the show. We're gonna read some fan fiction for this episode.
I did, but I didn't know it'd be this podcast.
They're gonna read
Ice
fan
Age
fiction.
Boys podcast.
We're gonna read some Ice Age fan fiction.
Some Neanderthal sex stuff. Is that what you're talking about?
No, it's animal sex stuff.
Oh, that's even better.
It's just animals having sex with the animals, right?
Well,
we don't know.
I don't know.
Because I don't really want to. I don't want to.
I didn't read.
Combined.
Shit.
You didn't proofread this?
No.
Okay.
Okay,
cool.
so you guys want to do this popcorn style? You guys remember how to do pop? Can you?
No.
That's fine. I can.
You're the host, man.
All right, you guys want to read popcorn style?
Yeah, sure. I don't know
so
what
we're gonna do is you're gonna read a little bit, and then you're gonna say popcorn, and then a person's name, and then that person reads a little bit and says popcorn, and then they read it.
Can you say popcorn at any time?
Yeah, you could read one word and say popcorn if you wanted, but you shouldn't.
Okay.
Let's play fair here. So I'm going to start this one off then. This is
not.
we're reading
porn.
Lost and Found first.
I mean, I just skimmed it, and there's no sex in this story.
Oh, I meant to get rid of this one.
This is like some. I don't know why anyone would write this shit. It's.
We're reading Lost and Found, right?
Okay. All right,
But it's
all
not.
Right. Corey, you got it? Did I send it to you just now?
I don't see it. Where is it supposed to be?
In your texts. Should be a Google.
It just showed up.
Anyone want to hit this pen?
No, I'm good.
All right.
Go ahead, Carrie.
So
kick us off.
Yeah, Corey, go ahead and start. Lost and Found, rated T, English, romance, Diego, words 17.
This isn't an actual link. Like, it's a fake link.
Yes.
No, I promise it goes
I have to click
a
it, and then I have to click it on the bottom of my phone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait. Time out. There are over 17,000 words.
Yeah,
in
it's
this?
really fucking long, and it's
17,000?
and it's not sexual.
This is awesome.
Just so we're clear.
I didn't know this kind of stuff existed.
I thought I replaced this one.
When do we popcorn?
There's eight pages. All right, well, let's do it.
Shh. Ready? Lost and Found by the Emerald Sorceress on fanfiction.net.
Yep, that's it.
Ice Age, rated T, English, romance, Diego, words 17K. Updated July 21st, 2005. Chapter 1, Abandoned and Extinct. Okay, Corey, go ahead.
Okay, it was dark by the time Nana woke up. Her body ached, and it took several minutes for her to know where she was. She tried to get up, but her side was paining her again, so she slumped back down, head on pause as she counted to 30 in frustration. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
We're a third of the way.
Yeah, he's
11,
he's getting there.
12, 13, 14, 15,
It's like he's getting slower.
16, 17,
Okay.
18,
Now he's
19,
speeding.
20, 21, 22,
Oh,
23,
shit, now
24,
he's
25,
really
26,
humming through these.
27,
It's anxiety.
28,
I like that.
20.
Little breathing technique.
Taking a deep breath, she tried again.
Good job, Cory.
This time managing to stand, though the amount of effort it took left her panting hard and her legs shaking.
Maybe this is porn.
It's
Trying
tea,
to throw
bud.
off her exhaustion, she stood quietly for a moment and swept her eyes around the cave. Her enhanced vision allowing her to peer through the darkness of the grotto she had been sleeping in. There was no one there. Frowning in confusion, she double-checked, looking around once more to make sure there was definitely no one else in the cave with her. All right, Popcorn will...
Can we read something else? Thunder boomed overhead, and it started to rain. Great drops plummeting from the sky splattered on the dirt outside. She sighed, but headed
That's
outside.
not what that says.
She headed outside undeterred. Her injured front leg hampered her movements, but she moved steadily, and soon she was outside, getting wetter and wetter as she stood and looked for her pack. Her searching became more frantic as she found no sign of them. Nose to the floor, she sniffed desperately, trying to find a scent. Any scent that the rain hadn't washed away. Do we know what animal we're talking about here?
This is Nana. I think it's
She's in a movie that we haven't seen yet. I
no.
think.
This came out before Ice Age 2. Yeah,
Get out of here. Really?
This came out in 2005. Ice Age: The Meltdown came out in 2006.
Look, that's
Nana is a sloth,
That's
everyone.
Granny.
That's Granny.
That's not Nana.
I think they had to do that because of copyright infringements, which we might want to start thinking about.
No, we were fine. All right. Okay. So where were we in the story? Let's keep reading.
A popcorn.
Where were we though?
Who you popcorning?
Oh, I had to say.
Yeah.
Oh. So Nana is this old sloth, I think.
Okay. Where were?
But she's definitely not in a movie that we've seen before.
Yeah, because she's not real. I don't think.
No, it's
You're
fan
at
fiction.
last, I think, right?
Yeah, at last. Popcorn Taylor.
At last, she caught a faint scent trail and followed it with renewed hope. Ignoring the driving rain, she tracked it for half a mile until she reached the top of a deep valley. There was a tiny path downwards to her left, and she started to gingerly pick her way down. But it was dark. The path was narrow, and the rain had made the ground slick with mud. Suddenly, she slipped.
Oh my God.
I hope she's okay. Twisting her body in reflex as she fell, she just missed the edge of the path and the sharp, painful drop to the valley floor below. God, Nana. She yelped as her injured side made contact with the ground and further bruised her already tender body. Nana groaned and forced herself up again, beginning the slow and tiresome journey back to the way she had come. There was no way she could make it down the valley alive in this weather,
Sisyphean.
and it was impossible trying in her current condition. Trying to hold back her ever-increasing misery, she limped back to the cave, her fur sodden and muddy as the rain ran in rivulets. Rivulets over her shivering form. She knew she was in denial.
It's like young adult writing. I mean,
Yeah, dude. I
obviously.
mean, honestly, like, let's pause for a second. This is a fucking kids movie.
Well,
Like, come on.
but
Rivulet.
Rivulet.
What does it mean?
Put a microphone up to the speaker.
Rivulet, a very small stream. Sweat ran in rivulets down
Oh
his
yeah,
back.
it's like riverlet. Well, she knew she was in denial. Okay, the scent inside the cave was already hours old. Even the scent trail she'd been following had been made the day previously. She searched outside once more, but the rain had washed away any prints, and there was no sign of her pack anywhere. Finally giving up, she slumped down inside the cave and tried to hold back the tears that were threatening to flow. Failing miserably, the saber-toothed tiger gave in.
See, that's good writing, actually.
Is it? Is it?
Yeah. To you're like, who's this? And then you care more about the
No,
character.
because I thought it was
way.
that G-MILF from the movie.
Yeah, I thought it was a MILF too. The saber-toothed tiger gave in and let sobs shake her body. They'd let her alone. Her pack was gone. Popcorn, Brett.
Oh, man. Brett. I'm going to read this riveting.
We're on page 1 of 8. We're not even halfway done with page 1.
This sucks.
We're about to enter the fucking Stranger Things ads on here.
Mine are Mazda ads for some reason.
Really? You have different ads?
Yeah, what do yours look like?
Mine are Stranger Things.
Mine is summer favorites.
I like how the
Pop
more
Mine's grape intentions. Indulge in doing good.
I love it. The most
know what that
interesting
is.
thing. Yeah, I don't have that. I got
What is
Stranger
that?
Things
I got-
toys at
What'd you get,
Target.
Will?
New York-
Will's is hentai.
New York City protects fast food workers.
Wow.
Whoa, that's
I also got these
Interesting.
ads for Everything is Fine, There Is No Escape. It's like a little internet cartoon.
all right. Here
But,
we go.
Brett, you said you wanted to replace this one. I don't understand why we're still
We're just gonna.
reading it.
It's not there.
We got it. We're
fucked
going to
up.
keep going. We're just going to keep
It's
going
gonna
for
take us
8 more
forever
pages
to get
of
through
this.
this first page.
Okay, here we
It's
go. All right,
really
all right.
fucking
All right.
long.
Popcorn, Brett.
Manny was seriously contemplating the idea of beating Sid over Diego's head. As a plan, it had several advantages. One, his companions would be rendered silent, albeit silent and unconscious, though in Manny's opinion this wasn't a downside. Two, the screaming, wriggling baby he held in his trunk would be entertained
think
and
it's supposed to
therefore
be
silent
scary.
also.
You-
Manny had just enough patience left, though, that he was able to restrain himself. He tried yelling, and if that didn't work, then he'd knock him out, whatever worked.
Enough.
The saber-toothed tiger and sloth paused in mid-argument and turned to look at the fuming mammoth. If he's hungry, all we need to do is find some food, Manny reasoned, trying to rein in his temper. A loud thud to their left cut off Diego's reply. The group turned, and there, lying on the ground beneath a nearby bush, was a fat, juicy melon, almost as large as the baby Manny carried. Sid smiled gleefully. Food!
Oh.
Manny reached out with his trunk to pick it up, but the melon was snatched from his grasp by the
Shit.
appearance of a large
Shit
gray
snatched,
dodo
bro.
who glared at them, took the melon in its
Shit
beak,
was
and ran off before anyone could stop it. Popcorn will.
What was the last thing you said?
They had, well, before anyone could stop it. Your line now is they had no choice, and you have no choice apparently because we're reading this all the way.
Right. I thought I had a choice.
Nope.
But I did not. They had no choice but to follow the bird and get their melon back. On the upside, remarked Diego as they walked, if we can't get the melon back, the kid could always have a couple of chicken legs. Sid wrinkled his nose. Do you think of everyone as food? Don't worry, Sloth, said Diego, baring his teeth in amusement as Sid shrank away over to Manny. I'm not going to eat you, he smirked. Not yet, anyways. Manny, Sid panicked, tugging on the man's thick, reddish fur, but he wasn't listening, too busy watching from atop the cliff edge as below them marched dozens and dozens of dodos, calling to each other about preparing for the Ice Age. Sid scratched his head in confusion as tears just spilled in his face of bewilderment. He was, after all, a sloth and had only room for one emotion at a time. Ice Age? Popcorn, Cory.
I've heard of these crackpots, growled Diego. Still fancy eating them, said Manny, trying to hold back his smile. I didn't realize you let the food crazy. They're not crazy when they're dead. Diego snapped back and jumped back from the hill and down and back and faced onto a nearby rock, muscles rippling under his pelt. Intruders! Screamed the dodo who had taken their melon, eyes widening as Diego leapt deftly down to the ground, scattering birds in his wake. Intruders! Manny rolled his eyes as chaos ensued, feathers flying up into the sky past them. Come on, boy. Popcorn Taylor.
Sid winced as one of the dodos tripped over its own feet and fell into a large hole that was bubbling fiercely. There was a hiss and then the strong smell of burnt flesh. Sid pinched his nose shut and looked at Manny. You were saying? Manny shrugged and picked a dodo at random. Hey, could we have our melon back? Junior's hungry and no way! Squawked a large dodo, scandalized. The bird leapt around as he spoke.
Where the fuck are you? I can't find this. I want to read Scandalized.
No, Will, how do you keep losing
Because I can't pay attention. This sucks. This is literally a scene from the movie.
Yeah, dude,
Just
it sucks.
watch this.
It does suck.
Oh my fucking god.
No way! Squawked a large
All right,
dodo.
now I see you.
Scandalized, the bird leapt around as he spoke, getting more and more excited as he carried on. This is our private stockpile for the Ice Age. Subarctic temperatures will force us underground for 1 million billion years. Manny raised an eyebrow incredulously. So you've got 3 melons? The dodo paused and glared at him for pointing out the fatal flaw in their plan. If you weren't smart enough to plan ahead, then doom on you. Doom on you! 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 Cried the other dodos as they took up the chant. Doom on you! Doom on you! They started to advance and alarmed. The group began to hastily back up. Manny shifted from one foot to the other, trying to avoid the incredibly creepy birds. Get away from me, he turned to Diego. Aren't you gonna do something? Popcorn will.
Diego rolled his. The saber-toothed tiger raised an eyebrow. I don't think you'd like my solution. Sid picked up the melon that had suddenly rolled into his arm. The carelessness of one of the dodos resulting in it being knocked over in their direction. Hey guys, I think we can go now. Manny sighed in relief. Taylor, can you sigh in relief as Manny?
It's Manny, right?
They'd gotten what they'd come for, and
Is Manny's the tiger?
No,
he's
he's the mammoth. That's why his name's Manny.
Oh, yeah, it is Ray
It's
Romano.
Ray Romano.
I remember that now.
Diego's the tiger.
I haven't seen this movie in a while.
Well, usually we watch the movies. That's the whole point of this.
No.
not today. We just
Not
read.
today.
We read a really bad recreation of one of the scenes.
Wait,
from the
so
movie.
what-
With the next one better be fucking
many of
porn,
them
or
have
I
you guys
swear to God,
seen?
I'm gonna lose my
One.
shit. It better be.
They've gotten through the first page.
It
yet.
better be fucking porn. That's all I'm saying.
17 Who wrote this?
Her
What's
name was at the top.
Her name is.
Emerald Sorceress.
God, this sucks.
Bro, she's 8 years old. Chill
Hey,
out.
how about this? Let's just skip to like page 4.
No, let's go to a different story.
All right, let's go to a different story.
No, let's finish the first chapter and then we'll
Chapter?
read.
God!
We'll read chapter 2 next episode.
How many chapters are there? There's 8 pages.
There's 8
There's how
pages,
many
so who the
chapters?
fuck-
No, they're
knows?
considered chapters, one per page.
How long is it? No, yeah, keep going. We can finish this. No, this is
Nobody fucks in this, dude.
not this one.
It says romance at the top.
Yeah, that does not mean there's so like much no romance inside of fucking sometimes.
Well, romance isn't
You know what I'm
all
saying?
about sex. I don't know if you know
Exactly.
that, man.
Romance. I mean, you can be romantic and not have
To
sex.
me, if you tag some, all right.
I understand. A
whatever.
lot of people have
What the
romance,
fuck
or
ever.
a lot of people have sex, and there's no romance.
A lot of people have romance
Retrieve
and
the
there's no
melon,
sex, you know?
Taekwondo.
I'm in both
Attack.
places. You know?
Attack!
Diego rolled his eyes as 3 dodos leapt forward and headed for the melon. Diego said, "You have got to be kidding me," right? That's what he sounded like.
Yeah, sure.
But they weren't. With a sharp... But they weren't. But they weren't. With a sharp kick, one of the dodos kicked it from Sid's grasp, passing it to each other as they made off with it until one of them threw it over the cliff. The melon! Diego failed to hide a smirk as the dodos followed its descent, rushing over the cliff edge, tumbling over in a waterfall of feathers and flailing limbs. Well, that's 3 down, and we didn't even have to do anything. Meanwhile, while everyone... That's terrible writing right there. They said meanwhile, comma, while everyone... Sam. While everyone had been preoccupied with the first melon, Sid had snuck over to a stump where the other 2 melons... There's more melons now?
There was 3 in the
And
first
we're
place.
quietly taking one. Sadly, the dodos whipped around and noticed him at the same time
Oh.
that Manny and Diego did, charging
remember
forward
this
to
scene.
attack
Do you?
the helpless sloth.
Vaguely.
Popcorn, Brett.
Again, the birds managed to snatch it from him. But as they did, the melon bounced and rolled over to another of the bubbling holes that littered the ground.
This sounds like
there.
something that would happen in ISIS. This
It
happens,
does.
right? Yeah.
Sorry, Brett. Keep going.
3 dodos in this goddamn room right now, man.
I know. Where are you?
3 dodos raced for it and managed to stop it from rolling in by the tips of their beaks, only to have themselves and the melon fall in the last moment as they lost their balance. There was a hiss of smoke, and then they were gone. Only their blackening stench lingered. All the attention focused back to the stump where the last melon remained. Swiftly disappeared under a pile of dodos, and Diego and Manny watched in despair as the hot, feathery body swamped them. As luck would have it, though, the last melon popped out and rolled towards the pair. The mammoth snatched it up quickly before the dodos could get it and held it up high with his trunk as the birds switched their attack from Sid to him. They started to leap for it, jumping higher and higher. Suddenly, Manny gave a cry of pain as something bit him on the tail. Do the cry of pain. The melon went flying, miraculously landing in the arms of a waiting Sid. The dodos that had been hassling Diego and Manny turned back to Sid and started to hedge him in. Even so, he suddenly backed up and charged, ducking his head and pushing through the birds with his free hand, tossing them out of his path as though they weighed nothing. He gave one last final leap and sailed over their heads, managing to finally get away from them, landing in front of the baby and the rest of the group. Everyone breathed a sigh of relief. Diego even managing to smile as Sid danced around in celebration, jumping up and down with the melon clutched triumphantly in his hands. Popcorn Cory.
In his
We're so close to being done.
excitement, he suddenly smashed the melon to the ground. Popcorn Brett.
There was a collective groan of disappointment in Diego snarled. Who was doing the Diego voice before? All right.
Thanks, Sid. Now we've got to find more food.
The baby, on the other hand, crawled over and started chewing on a piece of the smashed melon. Juice smeared all over his lips as he babbled happily. Manny sighed in relief that at least something had gone right, then glanced up to watch as the last few remaining dodos toppled helplessly of the cliff edge, balanced on top of one another. Look at that. Oh, wait, that's you.
Look at that! Dinner and a show!
There was a low snarl of disappointment, and Sid and Manny turned to look bewilderedly at Diego.
Hey, don't look at me.
He said, shrugging his shoulders.
I didn't do that.
No, said a voice to their left. I did.
Who is that?
Crouched in a grassy area near a crooked tree by the cliff edge was a female saber-tooth. She stood up, glaring at the group. Even as Diego scanned the other predator, noting the large scar running up her left foreleg and to her side, a white jagged line running through her unkempt bronze fur, Diego growled in warning. Even as she flipped her tail in irritation, back arched up and fur bristling, she rolled her eyes.
These cats are going to fuck.
Right with frustration.
They are going to fuck.
All right, this is Diego right there, I think.
Thanks, guys. Dinner just became extinct.
All right.
I'm gonna really regret that accent.
I think you are.
That's a female Diego.
It was a girl Diego, I guess.
Thanks, guys. Dinner just became extinct.
Dinner that became extinct.
All right, that was chapter 1.
All right, so we got 7 more to go.
That was chapter 1 of Lost and Found.
All right, chapter 2.
Dude, fuck this.
All right, now we're good with that one.
We're gonna move on.
Yeah.
Oh, now we're good.
Now we're gonna move
Yeah,
on.
we said we were gonna read a chapter.
Okay.
I'm gonna read some fun facts.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody pull up the IMDb one. You guys
Which one are we clicking on?
I've got to get an account.
on
Which one are we? Are we looking at the quiz?
What are you doing?
What do you mean? Are we starting?
Are we on the fun facts?
All right, let's pause it really quick. I want to get another drink. Does anybody else want a drink?
Yeah, I'll take one. Ooh, that is strong.
We could write a new chapter. We could write a new chapter.
Sonny pleaded, but it seemed that Boris was won over by the devil's charm.
We could write a new chapter. We could write a new chapter. We could write a new
Sonny
chapter.
pleaded.
Did y'all know 3 years in production? This is the first Blue Sky Studio film to use Hanna-Barbera, Warner Bros., and Cartoon Tracks Volume 1 sound effects.
Well, they have
That's
Hanna-Barbera
pretty cool.
sound
Yeah,
effects.
it's like that
Yeah.
kind of shit.
That is pretty cool. James Earl Jones and Ving Rhames were originally considered to play Manny. So imagine James Earl Jones as the mammoth.
Sid, I'm your father.
That was a pretty good bit. All right, someone else.
Supposedly,
The first drawing seen in the cave, left parentheses, before entering the giant area with the mammoth drawings, left right parentheses, are replicas of the earliest known cave drawings, left parentheses, found in Lascaux in the south of France, right parentheses, period. They have been dated at somewhere between 15,000 and 17,000 years old.
Did you guys know that this was Hollywood's 8th full CGI animated feature?
supposedly the reason Don Bluth refused to make this a vampire movie as he originally intended was because they wanted it to be CG after the failure of 2D animation. Bluth refused due to his personal hate for vampire movies and angrily walked away from the project. Did y'all know that?
Leonardo DiCaprio, Johnny Knoxville, Dave Foley, Adam Sandler, Michael J. Fox, Ewan McGregor, Jerry Seinfeld, Billy Crystal, Eric Idle, and Danny DeVito were all considered for the role of Sid before John Leguizamo.
Johnny Knoxville as Sid the
That makes
Sloth.
so much sense. Makes total sense.
I am Johnny Knoxville. Welcome to Ice Age.
I'm going to slide down this hill on this piece of wood.
Welcome to Ice Age. Did you guys know this was Jack Black's first film? First animated film? This is Jack Black's first animated film.
Wow.
This fucking crazy, dude.
Do you guys know when Sid, Diego, Manny, and Rashawn are in the ice tunnel, a flying saucer appeared and Rashawn makes a Star Trek hand sign?
Yeah, I
Also known as the Vulcan salute for all you Star Trek fans.
I seen that when I watched the movie.
Did you know that originally Blue Sky Studios wanted Courtney Love to play the mother mammoth, but she at the time was in Italy and could not perform the duties. Did y'all know that? I got one. I didn't know that.
James Earl Jones, Ving Rhames, Johnny Depp, Pierce Brosnan, Kevin Kline, Robert De Niro, Albert Brooks, Nicolas Cage, Sylvester Stallone, Kevin Costner, Keith David, Bruce Willis, Jeff Bridges, Jim Belushi, Michael Keaton, and Val Kilmer. Michael Keaton and Val Kilmer.
That's
were
it?
all considered for the role of Manfred before Ray Romano.
They couldn't fucking afford any.
Sylvester's-
Ray Romano is way worse than all of those people.
Taylor. Well, I don't know about that. You say you think that?
Well, hold on. There may be somebody in there.
For
that's
one, I don't know who
worse.
Keith David is, but
That's the guy from The Who.
There's no way that Jim Belushi cost more money than Ray Romano.
I don't know.
I don't
man.
know.
I don't know. He was in that.
According to Jim,
Yeah.
Blues Brothers 2000.
Did you know that there was an Ice Age board game originally supposed to come out in the year 2003 that included ice trays, and you would put water in the ice tray and it would melt?
The film was originally intended as a drama, but Fox would only accept it as a children's comedy.
Can you imagine this as a drama?
I think it would be cool as a drama.
I don't. Have you ever seen an
There's
animated
parts of-
drama
Yeah.
that's like awesome?
Yeah.
Well, it was also supposed to be a vampire movie. I don't understand what the script of this was initially.
Yeah. What the fuck?
It was a
How-
vampire
how?
drama. It was like.
Did y'all
How is that the same movie?
We're learning a lot.
Did y'all know
about
this was
it.
Stephen Root's first animated film?
Who the hell is that?
That's what I want to know. Who's Stephen Root?
It's the guy from Rusted Root.
Oh my God!
Oh shit! He is gonna send us on our way.
Coincidentally, both this film and
Each of the
Matilda
frozen
1996
beings
featured
uses
a
eyes.
score by
The
Nathan
humans are
Newman
not
and the use of the
homosexuals,
song
but Neanderthals.
"Send Me on My Way"
Fish,
by
they
Rusted
never
Root.
speak in the film.
And a flying saucer.
That's it. We can move on.
All right. Let's go.
To what?
Let's do the quiz.
Which? Okay. Well, what are we taking a quiz on? Just all of Ice Age?
No, I'm gonna read the quiz. You guys don't look it up. We're no cheating.
So I'm not even gonna look at it.
No, you don't need to look at
You
it.
just
I
rattle
need
it
to
off.
figure out how to open this tab. It won't open.
We're gonna watch a movie next time, right?
We're gonna play a game next.
Really? What game are we
Why
gonna
are
play?
we watching Ice Age 2 next?
Because the other game came out before the next movie.
Oh my God! You're going in chronological order of stuff that came out.
Yes.
Did this fan fiction come out before the game?
I don't know.
See, then it's not
Yeah.
actually chronological.
So, which means we don't really have to follow this criteria.
Okay, then we're gonna watch Ice Age 5 next.
Fine.
there is no Ice Age 5.
Yes, there is.
No, there isn't. There's
Man, what's your phone background?
me?
Yeah,
Some boobies.
that's sick, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Will, let me see that
It
background.
won't let me open the thing.
Dude, it's sick.
Damn.
You guys ready? Hey, stop.
Is Cory not playing?
No, he's never seen the movie.
Oh shit!
Wait. I have seen the movie.
All right, but
It's been a really long
forever.
time.
So, but
But I just want to say that I have seen the
we
movie.
just watched it a couple weeks ago, though. So
I had it on VHS as a child.
Oh
and I
hell
watched
yeah!
it a lot.
The clamshell. I like that.
Taylor, when was the first time you watched Ice Age?
I went to
Saw
go see it
in
in
the
theaters.
and he got a hand job.
I didn't get a hand job.
That's insane.
That's no. I was
totally different reality that I
Well,
was
I was
living
15 when it came
that's
out.
that's the exact conversation we had because I saw it as a very small child.
in. I was like 8,
Yeah, I was
bro.
15 when
and
it came out.
Taylor
I was 8.
said his friends were getting hand jobs.
They were getting blowjobs.
That's what we were talking about. And
Blowjobs and hand jobs.
I helped somebody.
At Ice Age.
Well, that's pretty good. You got a hand.
Well, that would be a hand job.
You
but
did-
It was just the
you
hand.
did
The other
What?
job.
I held somebody's hand in that movie. My friend got their dick sucked though, so I mean, like, I don't know. You tell me who had the better experience. I saw the whole movie though, so I might be. I don't think he
I
could
think
do the
holding
quiz
a
right
hand
now.
is a lot more intimate than getting your dick sucked.
It was.
how? Holding hands with someone is more intimate than putting their genitals in your mouth.
I think in a way, yes.
Yes.
Actually.
How?
Obviously, you've never held somebody's hand.
You're right. I've never held someone's hand.
Hey, are we still gonna do the game show music with the erotic story? Can we get like some erotic music? Maybe like some.
I don't know. It'll be easier to edit the music underneath it. This is gonna be hell to edit.
Yeah, I know. It's probably gonna sound like the last episode where you can't hear us.
All right, let's go to the
pee.
sexual fan fiction. I want to read it.
You
I'm
can
gonna pee,
read it.
and we're gonna start.
Hey,
after I pee.
did we ever figure out who the winner was?
You won.
Thank you. That's what I thought.
Good job, Taylor.
Thank you.
All right.
I told you I'd win.
All right, so just a little preface for this. This is written by Bob J. Montanelli.
It's written by an adult male.
Yes.
This is great.
It appears so. There's no age.
Well, there's
Hold-
no children named
let's see.
Bob.
So this
I know
this one
that.
this one is called Never Alone.
It's just us. So now we are alone.
This guy has written fan fiction for CSI New York.
Whoa.
There's a.
All right. Are we all settled in? I'm good on that.
I got
Thank
some
you,
crab
though.
chips at my house.
I have crackers and Pop-Tarts.
Do you put them together?
No.
Oh. You know, people used to call me Pop-Tart in high school.
Why?
I don't know. It's a white thing, I guess.
The black folks would call you Pop-Tart?
Yeah, because of the white icing. I had acne.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they called me
that
Pop-Tart.
sucks.
Yeah. I mean, I got rid of it. It's just whenever I hear Pop-Tart, it kind of hurts. So let's maybe not talk about Pop-Tarts anymore, Will.
Heard that.
Thanks.
All right.
Will.
Let's dive into this. Cut the music.
Yeah, this isn't even a
Turn it
game
off.
show.
Turn it off. All right. So this is Never Alone by Bob J. Montanelli.
Okay.
Trapelo Road 475. Kick us off, Taylor.
Okay, the title is Never Alone. The author is Bob J. Montanelli.
Also known as Trapelo Road 475.
Disclaimer. This is not mine, belongs to 20th Century Fox. Okay, here we go. Diego's always been different. He knows it. Knows it deep. Deep as the winter snow in the water in the river that cuts through the pack's territory. He's always out something he could never quite understand as a cub. Because he was good. He was just as good. Just as strong. Just as fast as the others. As Zeke and Hondo and all the rest. Maybe even better. At least better than Zeke is. But then there's something in him. Different. He walks down to the water as the sun rises. Stares as his reflection amidst the ripples. He doesn't look any different than the others. Not really. Fangs. Fur. Likes to think he looks a little like Soto. A little more than the others. Give him more fur to his chin. More whiskers and a little more muscle. Yeah, he could pass at a distance. But who's he kidding anyway? He's different. He lies down in the soft mud of the riverbank. It's cold and damp against his belly. Even though the fur rests his head on his paws and he keeps staring at his reflection. What's wrong with him? He knows. He knows since the others began to choose their mates. He lets a paw trail in the water. It began last fall as they reached adulthood. It began with Zeke talking about Mariah. How she smelled. How she moved. The ivory length of her fangs. It wasn't the first time Diego hadn't understood. She smelled like any other female. Warm and soft and milky. Males smelled of blood. Females of milk. That was just the way it was.
Read that sentence again.
Read it in Ray Romano's voice.
Warm and soft and milky. Males smelled of blood. Females of milk. That was just the way it was. Unless it was the hunt, they all smelled like blood. And then it hit him. What Zeke was talking about. Mates. Popcorn Brett.
Who did he want? Who made his breath quicken the way Zeke described it? As fall turned to winter and mates were chosen and the females were fat with cubs, it wasn't any female in the pack, that was certain. It was the scent of blood that made his hackles rise and would make him strut for any male, show off, hunt down a mammoth on his own, if that's what it took. He stares into the water.
Hey, Diego, how come you don't got a girl, huh?
Soto doesn't have one.
Todo doesn't need to have one, stupid.
He's not stupid. There's a scent on the breeze behind him. Blood. Hot. Thick. Musky like mating. Soto.
Damn, what are you doing here, Carl?
Anyone else could be mauled for calling him a cub. He's got half the mane to prove himself an adult and twice the claws. Nothing.
Damn, I see you go on and on so much. Be honest, but with the man, the family, you alone, dear.
Damn, Diego!
He turns and stands in one fluid motion, ashamed of the much on his belly and flank. He turns to lick it off, and Soto stops him with a nose to his face.
Little cub, why are you so lonesome?
I ain't lonesome.
But you are.
And Soto breathing against him, so warm, smelling of that muskiness.
Oh my
Soto
God.
starts to lick him
Oh my
gently.
God!
Soto starts to lick him gently like he's just a cub getting a bath from his mother.
This is disgusting.
Licks him with his
about to
rough
get way
tongue,
worse.
but gently. Oh, so gently. What are you doing, Soto?
I do not want any of my pack alone, Diego.
I ain't. Soto gives his ear a sharp nip, and he yells low and short.
You listen to me, Diego. I see you go. I see you with all of me. I know you. Walk with me, Diego. I tell you a story.
Chagrined, frustrated now, Diego walks with Soto up the river, watching the snow begin to fall.
Once was a cook. This cook. He know he was different. He was mine. Just not knowing what. Because when other cubs choosing mates, he go off at home. Doesn't want to feel me. This cub a strange one. He wants that man.
How'd you know? Diego asks, slumping back onto his haunches and looking at his forepaws. How'd you know? He repeats, hurting now that Soto knows his secret, knows him somehow so well that he can see right through his lies and into his soul.
Me, Diego! All of them, they want. Why is Soto never chosen me? All of them except me, I see you, Soto.
It's gonna make absolutely no fucking sense.
Where's the part that you're gonna read?
I don't know.
And then I see you, little cub. Perhaps two alonies want together.
I guess, maybe. Is that why? Popcorn will, I guess.
Soto nuzzles Diego gently, licking under his chin, fur rubbing against Fang.
Yes, Diego. That is why I want you for my mate. We will be the strongest pack ever seen, you and I. Eh?
Yeah, Diego's eyes are slipping shut with pleasure as Soto's tongue works into his fur, works away the grime from his flanks, his foreleg, his belly. He utters a soft
Oh my God, I went to the end.
and flops back onto his back on the riverbank, paws up like a young club. Soto.
Diego.
Soto's rough tongue draws in broad strokes down his belly over his sheath, his balls. He growls and growls and moans some more.
Beautiful, Diego. Beautiful club.
Club.
Soto's licks come heavy and hard, and his penis is out of its sheath, and he knows. He knows this is why he's different, and this is what he's meant for, and oh, this is so good. And over before he knows it, in a shiver awash, a shuddering snow crack of avalanche crash of pleasure. I swear to God it says that. Snow crack avalanche crash of pleasure that makes him yowl and dig his claws into Soto's head first. Soto.
Diego.
and then Soto's licking away from the semen from his belly and licking up to his mouth and nuzzling.
Come on, my little cub. Not so alone anymore.
No. Diego gasping. Diego breathless. Never alone ever again. The end.
Wow.
I have a huge erection.
Yeah, dude.
So,
Is that concluded?
does anybody have any other ideas for a bit, or were you good?
Well, we went through the list on here.
That was everything I assembled.
This is what we have to offer, and if you don't like it, you can go fuck yourself.
This is the conclusion of.
Kindly.
Okay.
Oh, we're done?
No one else has anything to say.
I was talking about. I was talking.
Hey. What's your favorite kind of chip?
Chip? Ice chips.
What's your favorite age?
Ice Age, bud.
All right.
That's gotta be the last.
Okay, all right. Thanks for listening to episode. Thanks for listening to episode 2 of.
Let me get a little dab. I'm gonna do it. All right, well, get your tits out. Hey, hold it. Come on.
Don't rub it in.
It's gonna be crazy. All right, we'll sing along.
This is iconic. That is a great idea.
We can't. I don't know. Sometimes the
you can't torrent the. Yeah, I also think our heads will be blocking the subtitles. Brett, how are you feeling like Ice Age over there on your body?